Reapers, come out to play.
Hey, live seller, what's happening? It's your boy Dre the Reaper, and guys, I'm here getting it done. Another beautiful day in the yard. All right, guys. So today is back and chest day. Right now, what we got right now is our bench press. We're gonna try to target a something slight heavy, nothing too crazy, and come down for that volume. What I mean by volume is try to get 2 sets of 15 at a high weight and try to do that with a slingshot. So that's it for the press. I mean, that's it for the bench press. But however, I just did my lats. I did the ab rollers. I did the pullovers with a dumbbell. That's very effective for the lats. You guys might be like, why are you doing ab rollers for lats? Really, if you take your time doing the ab rollers, then you kind of understand how ab rollers work. It ain't just for abs. It's also for your lats. Get that good stretchy in lats. Now go ahead and I implement some pullovers. Did 5 sets of pullover for 15 reps, and I did 5 sets, 10 dropping down. So let's get to work. Clips. I'm gonna touch on a couple topics. When you're putting on clips, it's cool to keep the weight stacked. As you can see, my weight is like this. Right? It doesn't keep the weight still. It being like this rattles the weight and shifts the weight momentum. If you guys are beginners and you guys are becoming good at lifting, and you're getting those beginners gains and stuff like that, you realize, man, I can move from 135 to 185, 205, 225, 275. As you start progressing, you're gonna start realizing little things matter. A clip, for example, I didn't put a clip on. It's because I know I don't have a spotter. So what's gonna happen? If I go and I attempt to set and I somehow fail it, then I shift it, I tilt it to the side, dump it all off on one side and let the other side go. That's an easy way to get it off. Now, if you get stuck right here and you can't move it and you have no spotter and the clips are on, you're stuck. And then when you try to roll it down, you're gonna realize you're getting destroyed. Everything's getting crushed as you try to roll it down. And surprisingly enough, sometimes depends on how heavy the weight is, you can't roll it down and you be there stuck. My advice to you beginners and you guys are training by yourself and there's no spotter, do yourself a favor, don't put on clips. Try to keep the weight as still as possible as you're on racket and everything. Each time you go to make an attempt, reset it, and then make sure you go again. But guys, it's very imperative not to put clips on here when you're training by yourself because it's easier to dump. Don't get stuck. I went through that in my beginning stage, so I'm advising you guys, just take a page out of my book. And you guys are beginners and you guys realize your strength is increasing, you're by yourself, do no clips. But if you're going for a lightweight and you're gonna do some sets and some volume, put on the clips so they stay still. But if you got 5 reps, eventually the weight plate's gonna start shaking off and rattle off. So if you're going for just 1 or 2, don't put the clips on. I got it happen to me so many different times. But fortunately enough that I was doing those sessions inside of a gym where there's crowded and people was able to, but it's the most embarrassing shit ever. So when I was a manager at LA Fitness, it happened to me. So obviously I'm using an example. It was my lunchtime or whatever. For you guys who ever been a manager at LA, you get some long lunch hours. I always train between my lunch hours. So I was training and one day I went for a high rep. It wasn't much people in the gym because it was early in the morning. And I think I was going for I can't remember what it was. I know it was 3, it was more than 3 plates though. I went and I hit one clean and then I went for the next one. And it felt good, but as I go down, I lost the tightness. I wasn't tight no more. Like if I'm tight right here, I can come up. But if I'm not tight, if I lose the tightness, like I lost my chest and everything and the weight just got stuck there. I was like, crap. Literally nobody in the gym, probably a handful of people and they were old, senior citizens. So yeah, I got stuck on that weight. I was there until one of my coworkers came over and literally just trying to squat the weight up, and we're fighting together because he was small and stuff, but we were fighting together trying to get it up. So I learned. And my challenge is mainly for like beginners and people who are just trying to progress. You know, I know there's expert people that don't even want advice or tips and stuff like that, and that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not blaming anybody for not taking tips from someone they don't feel like they need to take tips from, but hey, I'm just giving a hint. This set right here, I'm gonna go ahead and do. This is set I'm going to do before I do that 2 sets of 15 I was telling you guys about. My object here, this is 335, I think. Yeah, 335. So my object here is to put the slingshot on, and I'm gonna try to get a good 5 solid reps. When I mean solid, I mean butt is on the bench, foot activation all the way up through the body, nice tight posture, you know, up and down, nice and tight. 5 reps, and then I'm gonna scale it down to 275 with a slingshot and try to push for 15 reps for 2 sets. The breaks in between those gonna be a little bit long, probably like 7 minutes long, but I need that recovery time. So right here is gonna be the top set. I mean, not the top set, but it's gonna start my beginning working set. But like I said, it's 335, 5 reps, and 275 for 15 reps. It's a good working set for anybody who's just trying to get their bench up. I got a lot of different variations of techniques and stuff like that you can use to build your bench. But my bench was never this heavy, but there's so many different techniques or methods and programs that I don't have and build. You guys can hit me up for it, whatever, but there's a lot of different method to it, to building your bench. So if you're a person that want to build your bench, I advise you to be a little bit more patient with your bench. And setup is important. And you guys already see the video I already did with setting up. If you guys haven't watched that video, go back and watch it. But it's about setting up the feet, setting up the hips, the butt, setting up the traps, the whole 9. And it's just more volume. That's all I'm adding, more volume. Why you put in the slingshot? Because slingshot allow you to get more volume. So now I just finished bench. I just did a working set on the flat bench. 335 for a working set of 5 reps. And then move down to 275 for 2 sets of 15 with a slingshot, guys. So now we're gonna go do bend over rows. When I do bend over rows this time, I'm gonna go slightly heavy, guys, only because I'm gonna use more of a hook grip. So my hand's gonna be like this. I'm not gonna be supinated. Hand's gonna be like this, hook grip, and here I'm gonna go heavy. These are good workouts to add some volume to that lat, I mean thickness. So it's good to throw some bend over rows in there and go heavy with it. Okay, so that's what's next. Yes, beginners, I recommend you to really stay light at first until you start understanding mechanics, because you really got to activate your lats on that concentric move. So you got to focus on that. Now moving into, basically, if you're doing cable flies, you're squeezing your chest. So this device right here, this push-up device, is almost the same thing. You're coming in just like this. So I'll do 5 push-ups like this, and then I'll switch it and finish out with 5 reps. Same pump as just doing the cable crossovers. Supersetting that. So these is basically, it's for your lats. What it is when you come here, you're pulling against it. You're holding it here. You're controlling this with your lats. Lats are engaged. You're coming up, lats still engaged. Bring it all the way back down, then release it. Do it again. Lats engaged. Holding the lats, coming all the way down, still holding the lats. Let go. We do 10 reps of those. Guys must be like, damn, dude, why you dying? Let me tell you what, that band is thick. That band is probably pulling anywhere between 60 to 70 pounds resistance. So that, pulling that, holding that all the way up and coming down and release. Give it a shot. See how thick this band is? Give it a shot. My object here is to get 5 push-ups first, nice and easy. I'm in no rush. Chest down, deep as you could go, come up, squeeze. Down, squeeze. Down, squeeze. My chest is already feeling this. One more. Now I'm gonna rough it out. Bend over row, 3 sets of it. Superset in the grip, nice and slow contraction. I'm not going up any higher than this because as I get to the end of the workout, I get fatigued, guys. So So always be mindful of what you're doing. I'm still getting a good work and the muscle's still getting pumped. I'm doing that and I'm doing the slow, negative control. So as I come here, I'm coming down, dragging her right on top of the legs. Squeezing the lat. What in between those rows and hook rows is that people hook, you go a lot more heavier, you're using a lot more momentum. And when you go supinated, you're really trying to like slow the weight down, timing the tension, allowing that muscle to stretch, pull, stretch, pull. That's very important, guys. Helps engorge the muscle. That's why I get a sick burn. Usually I could do more than this, but now I'm fatigued and now I'm just letting the muscle work slowly, timing and tension. So it's important, guys. You know, like I said, for those that don't know how to really schedule your workouts, so I always say, don't think about bro splits. Bro splits are cool, but I got an even better method for you. Think about press, and so anything you have to do with you pressing with your hands, you could do that all in one day. Then think about pulling, anything you could pull, right? You could do that all in one day, meaning anytime your hand's going backwards now, you do that all in one day, all right? You could be like doing this, you're doing this, doing this. It's all pull. Now, same thing with press. You could be doing this, you know, you could be doing this, you could be doing this. That's press. So you could do press in one day, you could do pull in another day, and same thing go with as far as your legs. So anything with you going up and down, pressing your foot into something. As far as press, you could do squats, you could do lunges, deadlifts. There's a variety, leg press, all that stuff. Anything you got to do with pressing your legs. The next part of the leg, which is anything that you got to do with flexing the leg. Anything that will have you bending the knees like this, or coming out like this, or like this. Anything with you flexing the lower extremities, that could do it all in one day. Go on for 4 on, 1 off, or you could go 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off, and keep your program like that. Or you could 3 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2 off. What I mean by that, I mean I have 3 days of working out, then 2 days off, then 3 days of working out, then 2 days off, 3 days of workout, continue. So think about it. If you're doing bro split by doing the upper body one day, then the lower body next day, and then the next day doing the upper body, let me tell you what's gonna happen. That one day that you're doing upper body, you're probably gonna do a lot. You're probably gonna do way too much that you're supposed to be doing. And what's gonna happen is that your body's gonna end up fatiguing throughout the workout. And then you're gonna be like, man, you know, I wanted to get 10 reps out of that, but I only got 3. Your body's fatiguing, so that means you're not getting much work done. So that's why I recommend people to take a maximum effort in press day. Just go maximum effort in that day. Your chest, your tricep, your shoulders will thank you later. Try to give these little workouts additives. And like I said, try the split that I'm telling you about. If it don't work, just let me know. Or I guarantee you it'll work, because I did it. I believe in it, hands down. I 100% believe in it. Remember I told you, I did the bro split. I didn't get the results out of it. If you want maximum effort, I guarantee you, do what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe me, DM me and ask me exactly like some workouts you could do. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be just doing the wrong exercise. Big tip of the day. Guys, that was the workout. Thank you, Drizzy. Big shout out to everyone that's getting it done. It is Corona season. People are still locked down. It is quarantine time, but we're still getting it done. Ironreaperfitness, we're here, putting in work. Today was a real concise day. We got it done though. Now it's to go about the busy ass goddamn day and keep the schedule going. And we here. Until next time, stay up, stay strong, stay positive, and keep reaping that iron.